Hey Unpeelers, welcome back to another webisode. I'm Carmella Boykin, and today I'm joined by our Star Wars enthusiast, Zach Lang. And last weekend, Star Wars Celebration 2019 wrapped up in Chicago, where a lot of sneak peeks were revealed for the future of the franchise. Now, I know it was a big weekend for fans, but first things first, Zach, what was your biggest takeaway from the event?
So, the Star Wars Episode 9, the first footage was released in a teaser trailer. It's going to be called The Rise of Skywalker. So we don't know if that's going to change Rey's parentage, which has been teased in previous movies before this, but we'll see if J.J. Abrams decides to rewrite what Rian Johnson did in Episode 8. But most importantly, it was the final scenes of the trailer that really got me, and I'm sure other fans, excited as well. Because at the end, you see the characters looking over the cliff, seeing what appears to be the wreckage of the second Death Star from Return of the Jedi. Now, that means either one, we're on Endor, and we may see some Ewoks, which is something we haven't seen in a very long time in the Star Wars franchise, but it's what happens off the screen that really got fans excited, and that's when you hear the audio cameo of Emperor Palpatine, a character thought to be dead since Episode 6. So we'll see if Ian McDiarmid's fantastic villain shows back up in the saga.
And in addition to the movie trailer, we also got a video game trailer. Now, I'm a huge fan of Star Wars video games. I grew up playing them, Lego, Star Wars, Battlefront. So what can you tell us about Jedi Fallen Order?
Well, those are all fantastic video games, and I think Jedi Fallen Order has the best chance of being the best Star Wars video game since those games. This game is entirely story-driven, unlike the past couple of Star Wars games that we have seen, and most importantly, there are no multiplayer additions to it and no microtransactions, which means you can't use real-world money to get in-game currency to then help you along in this video game. Instead, it's entirely story-driven. You follow the life of a Jedi who had fallen from his path after Order 66, so the Jedi Order is completely extinct at this point. So he is now in hiding from the Empire, away from the Sith hunters who are trying to keep the Jedi extinct, and you follow his path as he tries to regain his strength in the Force and evade the Empire.
So we had video games, we had movies. Now, there were a lot of panels also at the event for TV shows like Star Wars The Clone Wars and The Mandalorian. Both of these will be exclusively on Disney+, the new streaming service. But Zach, which one are you most invested in seeing, and why?
See, no one's more excited than I am to see Clone Wars return to the TV screen after it was canceled by Disney when they bought Lucasfilms for $4.2 billion way back when. So I'm very excited for Dave Filoni and all of his crew for this show coming back. But I am more excited for The Mandalorian because it's the first live-action Star Wars TV show that anyone has seen that has ever been created. And it couldn't be in better hands. Director Jon Favreau is doing the first 10 episodes that have a $100 million budget, so Disney wants to make sure that this show has all of the quality that Star Wars fans want. Jon Favreau is best known for doing The Jungle Book, Iron Man, and the upcoming Lion King movie, and some of the characters in the show are going to be absolutely fantastic. The first one, the character only known right now as the Mandalorian, is being played by Pedro Pascal. He appears to be this generation's Boba Fett. He's a bounty hunter who's going to be searching the galaxy. The timeline for this show takes place about 5 years after Return of the Jedi in kind of a lawless part of the galaxy. So I could not be more excited for Jon Favreau to explore this unknown part of the Star Wars timeline and the universe.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. Our Star Wars enthusiast, Zach Lang, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And that's all the time we have for you this week. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at CitrusTVE. I'm Carmella Boykin, and have a great day, Syracuse.